Hello, this is Ron from Autos and Gizmos. What I have here are 3 of the best rim protectors in the market today, and in this video we will take a close look at each one of them, rate them across 6 categories to find out which one we shall crown as the protector of the rims. But first, let's go right ahead and meet these contenders. Let's start with the most affordable one. This is the wheel cover from Aliexpress, which cost almost next to nothing at about $55 for a set of 4. The design is reminiscent of the rim case from Magbach, which we'll see later, and the packaging is really simple, nothing fancy. But I can see they went through the effort wrapping each of the segment to protect it from scratches. I think this is such a waste because, if it can't even withstand scratches from plastic, what chance does it have against the curb? Anyway, let's have a close look at one segment. I can see the finish is on the shiny side, which will negatively affect its fit and finish score at the end. Then on the back side, you can see they pre-installed it with a foam tape to protect the wheel from micro abrasions caused by dust particles trapped between the wheels and the segment. This is good, at least they have it pre-installed, so thank you very much. Then, of course, there is the segment specifically designed to fit over the valve stem. Huge cutout there, so I'm sure this will do well in the inflation test. And then moving to the other end of the price scale, we have the rim case from Magbach. This is the most expensive product in this group at $249 for a set of 4. Beautiful packaging. It feels like I'm unboxing a new smartphone. It feels very premium. And they also provide you with a product guide, some pre-cut PPF, and 3 alcohol wipes. That's really good of them to do that, so thanks Magbach. And then we have the rim case segments held together with this thick rubber band. One very noticeable difference is this cutout for the valve stem. They opted for full coverage instead of following the contour of the wheel around this area. So it's a different design approach compared to the one from Aliexpress. So you can see here the cutout is much smaller. So it'll be interesting to see how this fare in the inflation test. Now, just looking at the segments more closely, I can see the Magbach rim case has that smoother matte finish, whereas the wheel cover by Aliexpress had that somewhat inconsistent texture and shinier finish. And then if we flip it the other side, it comes pre-installed with this 3M VHB double-sided foam tape to make sure they don't fly off when driving at high speeds. Then if we compare the Magbach rim case and wheel cover from Aliexpress more closely, I can see the Magbach has a much thicker side profile. And I can definitely feel the Magbach rim case is much heavier, which means more mass, which means more protection from curb rashes. And last but not the least, the biggest contender in the bunch, this is the rim protector from EVBase. It's a brilliant one-round piece designed to tackle the same issue, which means much quicker installation. It's priced competitively around $135. So in the box you'll get 4 rim protectors and 2 rolls of foam tape. You can also get 1 replacement piece for around $50. So check out my affiliate link in the description box of the video, and as with any affiliate link, I may get a small commission from EVBase if you purchase anything from their website using this link. So thank you for all your support. I also noticed the rim protector has a smoother texture and a much better finish. It's not shiny like the Aliexpress and Magbach, so I feel this will match the color of the Tesla wheels much better. Now if I look at the Magbach rim case as well as the Aliexpress one, so you can see the shiniest one. Of course, we don't want a shiny one because the Tesla wheels, they're not really shiny, they're really flat matte black. So that's not gonna be, in terms of fit and finish, that's not gonna match the rims, the Tesla wheels. So it's really the Magbach or the EVBase. Now I think the EVBase is flatter. I don't see shimmering light, and I think this one will probably actually match the wheels better. So we'll see how the EVBase rim protectors will fare in terms of fit and finish. Now, in terms of the level of protection, Magback rim case still has the thickest material. So I went ahead and weighed each of the wheel set, and as you'd expect, the Aliexpress has the least weight at 189 grams. The Magback we weighed in at a massive 232 grams, while the EVBase rim protector wasn't far behind with 209 grams. And these weight differences is evident when you try to bend the segments. If I do this for the EVBase, it doesn't flex that much. So if I grab the Aliexpress one real quick and try to bend it, I'm not saying it's easy to flex, it's still hard to do, but I can definitely feel it flexing under the fingers if I do this. But when I do this on the Magback, I can't even feel it move. And these are all our contenders laid bare. We will compare their price, their ease of installation, fit and finish. After all, we don't want to ruin the look of our beautiful Tesla wheels, the level of protection they offer, how do you replace damaged parts, and since the cost of living is skyrocketing, we will perform the inflation test. Not this inflation, this inflation. Now, if you're thinking of buying either the Aliexpress or EVBase rim protector for your induction wheels, the very first thing you need to do is to find out if you have a Pointy or a Flatty valve stem surround. So in this case, you want a Pointy valve stem surround because these products were designed based on the Pointy design, except for the Magback though. And I didn't even know this was a thing with the induction wheels until now, and I only found out because I was having a difficult time installing the rim protector on my front right induction wheel. The rest are all Pointies, thankfully. But if you do have a Flatty like me, it's not yet the end of the world. There's a simple surgery to make either the Aliexpress or the EVBase fit nicely, even if you have a Flatty. Essentially, what you'd want to do is to grind off a portion of the clamping mechanism at the bottom to accommodate the flatter shape. You also need to use a 3M VHB double-sided foam tape or something similar to hold the valve stem segment more securely in place, because obviously it's now slightly compromised. But good thing about the EVBase is that since it's one continuous piece, the surgery shouldn't increase the risk of the entire rim protector coming off unexpectedly. But having a double-sided tape is still essential. And here is just a side-by-side view of the modified and unmodified segments of the Aliexpress and EVBase to make it compatible with the Flatty wheel design. Before installing the EVBase rim protector, we need to stick the single-sided foam tape onto each of the pieces to minimize micro scratches. You get 2 rolls of this, so there's definitely enough room to cover the entire set of 4. So you first stick it around the edges, which is easy, less than 5 minutes for all 4 pieces. And then I was left with a lot of leftover foam tape, so I decided to apply some more on the body. But instead of cutting it on the fly, I decided to set up a production line and pre-cut all the additional foam tape I need and then stick them all later. And these are the measurements of each piece for those interested. All up, all these cutting took me about 20 minutes and then another 20 minutes to stick them all to each of the rim protector. So you're looking at about 40 to 45 minutes extra time for prep, which is roughly the same amount of time of prep for the Magback rim case if you want to install the pre-cut protective films. But this is not so bad with EVBase because you're doing this comfortably indoors, whereas with the Magback, although they provide you with pre-cut films, you need to kneel down on the floor in your garage for roughly around 10 to 15 minutes each wheel, so it's a bit uncomfortable. And this is what the finished product looks like for EVBase rim protector. We are now ready to install this in the Model Y. So now I'm going to show you how to install this EVBase. This is the Pointy wheel, so this one doesn't require any surgery on the valve stem segment. So this is just a straightforward clip-on. So what you want to do is align the valve segment, the valve stem segment. Make sure it's aligned here and sort of roughly aligned there. And the bit that you need to be mindful here of is that as you connect each of the segment, it gets harder and harder to clip it. So let's lock it in this valve segment. Let's lock this in, so make sure it's attached to the back. So I can feel it's attached to the back, and it's sort of roughly center. Line that up, and I think it's gonna line up here as well, so that's all good. And the second thing you need to consider is that the bottom bit is harder to sort of clip in as it gets tighter. So you'd want to finish on the top. So if the valve segment is at the bottom, try to start from the top and then work your way around, but aligning the valve stem at the bottom. But in this case, we're lucky the valve stem is at the top. So we're gonna try to do it like this way, and I'm gonna just work my way clockwise here. So start from the back, so sort of clip it behind and then sort of lock it. It did lock, but there it is. It doesn't have that clicking sound, so just lock and then push out, lock, and then push it out. So this is gonna get harder. There it is. So these two will be the most difficult bit. So what you want to do is sort of, there it is. That's why you want to start end at the top, because you can leverage going, pushing this down, letting it latch at the back, and then pushing this up. So that's how easy it is. And we're done. So that took me just a bit over 2 minutes, and the installation is done. I did a whole video how to install a Magback rim case. If you want to see how it's done, just click on the pop-up banner or check out the link in the description box of this video. I tried installing the Aliexpress wheel protector several times and it just wouldn't install properly. I must admit my wheels aren't what you might call in mint condition, as you can see here, so this might be a contributing factor. Some segments just randomly pop out of place, especially this last piece. It became too frustrating and my thumbs were starting to get sore, so in the end I decided to just bin it. To remove the EVBase rim protector, again you need a pry tool similar to this. This is from the Magback rim case, but any plastic pry tool, like a small sturdy plastic pry tool, will do. So what you do is you pry from the top. As you pry that out, unclip from the bottom, and then just work your way all around. And again, very simple. And once you have removed everything, you can then install a new one. So let's say pretend this is the new one as well. So just line up the valve stem, line up, clamp it from the back, make sure it's sort of a good view, lock it in place, and then slowly work your way around. Like I said, try to finish somewhere around the top. So that's already clamped in. Clamp. Clamp. That's it. So again, this is the pointy one, that's why it's so easy. So that's it, and that's how you quickly replace an EVBase rim protector. I did a whole video how to replace a damaged Magback rim case. If you want to see how it's done, just click on the pop-up banner or check out the link in the description box of this video. So which one would I pick? Well, for me, there was a clear winner, but let's have a look at the 6 categories I mentioned earlier in the video and rate these products. First up is price. This is easy because this is a straightforward score. The most affordable product wins. And at $55 US, the Aliexpress wheel cover is the clear winner, so it gets 5 points. Second most affordable is EVBase, so it gets 3 points. And the least affordable is Magback with 1 point. Next category is ease of installation. EVBase is the clear winner here, so it gets 5 points. I like how it has a straightforward installation process. But for this category, I've actually leveled out the playing field and disregarded a PPF installation for the Magback because none of the other products have it anyway. That's why Magback comes out second place, receiving 3 points, and the Aliexpress wheel protector in third place with 1 point because, to be honest, I don't know how the segment will stay in place without any adhesive holding it in place. I'm worried it'll fly off when I'm driving on the freeway, so I actually attached a double-sided tape as a precaution. Then we have fit and finish. EVBase gets top mark again here because the texture and color of the rim protector is the closest match to that of the Tesla Induction wheels. So EVBase gets 5 points here, followed by Magback with 3 points, and in last place with 1 point is the wheel cover from Aliexpress because of its inconsistent texture and very shiny finish. Then we have level of protection. This is another straightforward score because I based it on the weight of each product. So Magback gets the top score this time because each wheel has 232 grams worth of ABS plastic to protect it from the curb. Then it is closely followed by EVBase in second place and Aliexpress in last place. Next, we have fixability. This is based on how easy it is to replace damaged segments. Receiving top marks here is of course Magback because of its modular design, so you don't have to remove the entire wheel protector. You only have to remove the segment you need to replace. This is followed by Aliexpress because it also has that segmented design. I gave it a lower score because the product didn't come with any pry tool like the Magback. Then in last place is EVBase only because it's not modular and you have to remove the entire piece before you can replace it. And last but not the least, we have the inflation test. I've given EVBase and Aliexpress 5 points each because they have the same design when it comes to the valve stem segment. The Magback gets 3 points because it's difficult to insert the air pump nozzle due to a small opening around the valve stem. So what is my verdict? It looks like EVBase just managed to sneak ahead of Magback by a slim margin with 22 points. Magback rim case came in second place with 20 points and Aliexpress wheel cover in third place with 16 points. And that's all I have for you in this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below or write me an email at autos.gizmos@gmail.com. And finally, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. This will help YouTube improve their algorithm, making this video become available to other like-minded individuals, and at the same time, helping me grow this channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.